Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is February the 1st, 2018. Strong hand. Yeah, that's the theme, right? Of course you have a strong hand. All right, check out the notes section below. Always, there are very important links. We're going to be talking about Monero today on this thing. Yeah, there's a Monero crypto dividend coming out. All right, but yeah, you can get your Ledger, Trezor, and it's really important to have a Trezor, people. I learned here in Taipei, so many people are keeping their coins on exchanges. They're going to get the beat down. Hey, thank you, Marcelo Dembo, for the €2. Strong hand. If you're watching this live, go into that, do the super chat. I'll answer your questions, baby. I'm on fire. Thank you to George in Taipei who set up the event last night. It was really great hanging with Taipei-based cryptocurrency fans. Again, I'm not starting to learn, but it's becoming more reinforced that people there's a lot to learn. People have a lot to learn. They're jumping into this and they're skipping some really important steps. And people have to take individual responsibility and educate themselves. I'm warning people. Yeah, your education is not complete. Your crypto education is definitely not complete. You can say that to most people out there that are involved in cryptocurrency right now. All right. What else do I usually say? Check out the notes section below, all that good stuff. There was, the t-shirts, of course. Crypto Graffiti is the Meister discount code below. So let's start with this one tweet out there. This is from Alistair Milne. And it's actually from July the 16th, 2017. And see if you can figure out why I'm sharing this now. He retweeted it, but okay. Fairly sure that within 2 weeks, we'll look back fondly at the opportunity to buy Bitcoin sub $2,000. So that was in July July 16th, and it all of a sudden, I remember this, it had all of a sudden crashed down to like 1,700 or 1,600. I don't even know. And people were saying it's the end of the world. Oh, the percent drop, it's horrible. But he said, a long-term statement. People are going to look back on this and look back fondly on the opportunity to buy Bitcoin below $2,000. So yeah, put it in perspective and apply it to the modern day. I'm not going to spell it all out for you. Use your head. Be a 20%er. All right. Here's one by Money Triggs, and maybe this adds some more meat to what I just said. He says, you were crying why you didn't have more Bitcoin at $20,000, and now you are afraid to buy at $9,000. Interesting. So he points out that back when Bitcoin was close to $20,000, there were people that were, oh, it's too expensive. I wish it was cheaper. Oh, Lord, it's so unfair. The wealth disparities of the world. Oh, horrible, horrible. I'm so poor. And so now it's $9,000, but you're afraid. The same people are like, oh, I'm afraid it's dropping. It's dropping. Good tweet out there. Hey, man, strong hand, long-term thinking. Pound that like button if you like this video, people, so people can hear about this Meister strong hand, long-term thinking philosophy. Because guess what? Again, in Taipei, talking to people, there are people that just simply don't understand that you can just hold on to your Bitcoin. And it's not just people in Taipei. It's all over the world. There's some people who just think they have to be traders, or they have to, invest in a Ponzi scheme, or they have to buy altcoins with it. They don't know what a savings account is. It is totally lost on the modern world. You've got to do, if someone gives you something, you got to do something with it. You just can't save it. You can't do nothing with it. Saving is a lost art. I've said it a million times. But and people, and I know some of you are saying, Adam, what you're saying is such common sense. I'm getting tired of hearing your common sense. Dudes, talk to some people in the real world. They have no common sense. None at all. I mean, I can tell them how well, I mean, how great Bitcoin's been to me. That I got them all, I bought all below $800 or whatever it was. And just by holding it, now it's $9,000 or whatever it is. Look how much my paper wealth is now. They still don't get it. They're like, oh, I want to buy some Tron. I can tell them a whole long story about buy and holding, and it'll conclude with them saying, I want to buy some Tron, or I want to blockchain my business. I want to make my business into a blockchain and do an ICO. Okay. Anyway, so anyway, I am TechBalt on Twitter, TechBalt, Bitcoin Meister on Steemit. Check that out, people. All right, and tomorrow is Friday. And at 7 p.m., Vortex, Gabriel in Venezuela, and Prayant in India. Oh, yeah, we're getting on the ground in freaking India tomorrow. They're going to be giving us the Bitcoin news of the week and cryptocurrency thoughts. It's going to be a great This Week in Bitcoin, 7 p.m. on Friday, Eastern time. That's in New York and Baltimore and D.C. All right. Hey, and I want to say something. Andy Hoffman has a great new video out there. I linked to it below on his Steemit channel, actually. What is this? 3 Bitcoin, the community. Okay. So he talks about, he's taking a great, he's improving his approach to cryptocurrency in the Bitcoin community. He's staying really positive about things. He knows that one man just can't move the market and correct all the FUD that's out there. So he's taken more of a positive approach. I was really flattered. He said that I helped inspire his shift into a more positive way of thinking. And Andy's a really positive guy anyway. But he gives a story. He talks about his transition from gold to cryptocurrency, and people still have questions about that. So watch his video. It's really great, from the heart video. And he is an honest dude. He tells it like it is. And it's a good video. So remember, people, 3 requests right here. Pound that like button, subscribe to this channel, and check out the link section below. And dudes, if you're in the chat, do that super chat, baby. I'll answer those questions. All right, so let's talk about India. Another fan of mine from India, it wasn't Prayant actually. He sent me, before the India news broke, was it yesterday? I don't even know when this India FUD came out. He sends me a video to the bureaucrat over there saying that, Bitcoin is horrible. It is so, you hear about Indian bureaucracy from Jayant, but Jayant Bhandari does a great job of just like pounding away about how worthless the bureaucrats are in India. But you hear about it and you think how gigantic and worthless and how time wasting it is. And then you hear this guy speak and it just puts it, you see it for real life, real world stuff. This guy clearly has no idea what he's talking about. He's just posing. He wants to help the people by scaring them about cryptocurrency. Watch the video. It's linked to below. But I linked to 2 other articles that kind of, they do explain the situation in India a little bit better than this. One says, no, Arun Jatali did not say Bitcoin will be banned. Because apparently a lot of weak-handed people in India just worship their freaking government and started selling massively when this video came out. And that may have had an effect on the price of Bitcoin worldwide. RT.com said cryptocurrencies crash after India crackdown. India crackdown. I don't know what caused, the price did, it went below $9,000, went below $10,000. I don't know what the darn price was. I was trying to get on a subway to get to the bar in Taipei to meet all the people. And by the way, the bar, and George is great. George organized the whole thing. The bar was like a typical American bar. Oh my God, you could have been in Portland, in Baltimore, in Louisville, in St. Louis. You wouldn't have known you were in the middle of Taipei. You could have been anywhere. And our waitress was horrible. Horrible person. My God. I've encountered so many nice people in Taipei. This girl, and she was a girl, I mean, she was so cranky and hateful. I couldn't believe it. Dudes, I feel bad for people who work in the service industry like that, but this was an extreme. I mean, this was an extreme. She was having a bad day. Maybe it was her time of the month also. I don't know. But you don't take it out on everyone. It was like I mean, you would have thought it was like a joke from a Saturday Night Live or something like that. How horrible this. And she was a pretty girl too, but she gets no props for it, dude. None at all, because you value your wealth in Bitcoin, not in women. And we were all valuing our wealth in Bitcoin, not in this cranky. Oh my God, it was such a situation. And then it ended up being ladies' night at the bar too. So, all these ladies are trying to get free drink. I hadn't been to a bar like this in a while. And apparently the Asian ladies just love the white man here in Taipei. I had been told. There were people talking to me and stuff. It was interesting, whatever. Okay, we're going to get there's a little rant, a real life rant that happened. But that's that girl. And so it was the Brass Monkey. So if you ever go to the Brass Monkey, don't ever go to the Brass Monkey. That's my advice. Don't ever go there. Oh, she's so hard. Seemed like all the waiters and waitresses had some bad attitudes there. I don't know. Maybe they don't like dealing with Westerners, because there were a lot of Westerners at this place. All right. So that was what an India conversation leads me into this thing. All right. So here's something. Pound that like button. Buying Bitcoin and Bcash directly is the BTC.com wallet is live. In the BTC.com wallet is live. I got that email. Apparently at BTC.com, you can buy Bitcoin and Bcash directly now. Hey, that's good. Another option for people. That's why I bring it up. What a rant I just went on. That had little to do with. All right. So the price drop in terms of dollars will get weekends. Okay. This is something I wrote down, I think, last night. That, in terms of we value our wealth in Bitcoin, first of all. But most people are like, oh, no, the price is going down in dollars. And it's going to get rid of some of these 80%ers that are just shysters, that are just in it for the heck of it. And they don't want to be associated with something that's going down. They're going to panic sell. And so then I get this tweet from a fan. It says, what's it says? A bear market now is not a remotely bad thing at TechBalt. It flushes out the 80% get rich quick and instant gratification people, giving their valuable assets to those who would pass the marshmallow test and who will prosper in life. So yeah, dude, that was from Sesh Churez. I linked to his link below. But no, it's a great perspective. Price is going down in terms of dollars. It's going to flush out some of these people who shouldn't be here in the first place, and it's going to redistribute their Bitcoin to the long-term holders, the long-term thinkers. So great, it's a win-win for everyone. But they'll be, when it comes back up to $20,000 or whatever it comes back up to again, they'll be back again. But you should be able to identify the people who are long-term, who are in it with the strong hands, who don't care about the price, from the people who are just like reactionaries, who are impulsive, like, oh, I got to get out of Bitcoin now. All right, so here's my Taipei report. These are just random things I wrote down last night. Newbies, yes, there were quite a few newbies there. Some people who were just curious, so that was great. There were definitely some trader type of people there. There's a guy who was just, he's like, yeah, I'm just going to hold into Tether right now. And I said, dude, that is not a good idea. I would not be sitting still and putting your putting your wealth into Tether. So that again, you shouldn't be careful, traders, be careful. He had a general idea of what was going on with Tether, the rumors also. This is not a time to be holding on to Tether, man. This is not, it might all be fun, but dudes, hold on the Bitcoin. I don't know what, these people, these traders, like, they want to make money off of Bitcoin going down. So they take enormous risk. What is the point? Just hold your Bitcoin. It'll go back up again. Come on. You don't have to be the greatest trader in Wall Street history or whatever, on the streets of Taipei. Just buy and hold. All right. And you know what, in general, and this was not in Taipei, but it's something that's being reinforced over and over again. There are just so many get-rich-quick people in the cryptocurrency space doing blockchain stuff that is just totally nebulous and clearly unnecessary. And these are people who have clearly skipped important steps. They don't know what SegWit is. They don't know what they don't know how to send a Bitcoin. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're some like slick salesman all of a sudden saying why I should buy your ICO or Adam, should we blockchain this? Coming up with these terms that make no sense. Like, dudes, do you even know how to send a Bitcoin? I mean, it's like embarrassing. You've got to call. And when people approach me, when I can tell they're like slimy used car salesmen, but they're cryptocurrency people now. And hey, there's nothing wrong with trying to make money selling cars. I'm not saying that, but I'm just, I'm talking about a typical, what people think of a slimy salesman. When you just got to be able to call these slimy sales people out. And it's unfortunate that a lot of people just can't identify these people immediately. And that's how salespeople are able to sell. They're able to convince people I've got an awesome product, and they don't even know what they're selling. They don't even have a real product half the time. And that, I think, that differentiates 20%ers from 80%ers also. 20%ers can tell when, there's just a guy that's trying to sell them total nonsense. They can identify slimy salespeople. It's not a spidey sense, it's a slimy sense. Pound that like button. But clearly most people on this planet cannot do that. All right, so what else do I have here? Some people are scared to invest in Bitcoin. There are some people that are just totally scared. They've fallen into, and that's what I learned in Taipei last night. Some of the people are scared. They've fallen for the government FUD or the FUD they read in the newspaper. They're more prone to believe what the government says, I guess. And there's just certain people that are like that. There were quite a few expats last night. There was white guys, Indian guys. I met a young girl, a young woman from Paraguay. The first crypto Paraguayan I have ever met was a female. She was a nice person, very curious, wanting to learn. Had seen the videos before. Maybe she's watching now. But so the expat ratio was a good amount, but there were just regular Taiwanese people there. Some of them were kind of quiet on one end. I don't know what the heck they were doing and why the heck they really showed up if they just wanted to, like, the three of them just wanted to talk to each other. Like, why do you come to a social event that everyone's talking about Bitcoin and you're just talking in your little clique still? And I approached the guys and everything, but they did not want to talk to anyone but themselves. I guess they want to hang out at the Brass Monkey and get frowned upon by horrible waitresses. Oh gosh, she was horrible. All right. Yeah, but again, so in my title, I talk about education. Again, there is a lack of crypto education. People are skipping really important steps. I don't know if anyone from last night actually owns a Trezor, and they are all storing their Bitcoin or their various other cryptocurrencies on Asian exchanges. It's just to hear people say, "Oh, it's all right, it's fine." At my Chinese exchange, I keep all my coins on a Chinese exchange. Not good. So that was the more I see the people. Yeah, okay. So yeah, that's my educational. People are just their Bitcoin path or their cryptocurrency path is like a wild path where they're just totally skipping important steps. And that was the case last night. There were some people like that. It was good to see a lot of young people, though. There were some people from universities, as I believe the girl from Paraguay, yes, she was a university student. So people come from all over the world to go to universities here. So they must have some good universities here. It's not like, I mean, the United States has the United States universities are very liberal and everything, but on an educational level, they're the best. I mean, people from all over the world. I mean, when I was at Washington University in St. Louis, unbelievable to see the amount of people from Asia that came. And anyway, I'm going off on a little bit. And again, I'm not saying go to college. If you get accepted to a top 20 university, you're a pretty smart person. So it is like a Disneyland going to a top 20 university in the United States. I mean, I'm not going to lie. It's a fun time. It's a fun time. They treat you like a king, and you do networking. You meet. Anyway, I haven't been to university for a while. I'm obviously not an 18-year-old kid anymore. There's a little luck. I've talked about college on this channel before. Pound that like button. All right, and again, so some people last night were bringing up very interesting FUD topics that had been fed into their head. They're like, why was it so slow when I sent my Bitcoin to my wallet, to my exchange wallet? And they're like, I've heard that Bitcoin, I'm like, have you checked the mempool lately? Have you checked to send Bitcoin lately to see if it's expensive or if it's slow still? And they're like, no. They're like, when I was trying to sell my Bitcoin, it was slow. So they don't understand that when you send Bitcoin to an exchange sometimes, for it to show up on the exchange, they slow it down, okay? They charge you fees. They do things. They don't get it, but they've heard that Bitcoin's slow. So it must be Bitcoin's fault, not the exchange's fault. And when they try to send their Bitcoin off of so the people out there that are spreading the Bitcoin is slow FUD and the Bitcoin is expensive FUD, like Bcash, King of the Trolls, Bcash, their FUD works. It freaking works, okay? Because people don't understand how Bitcoin works. They don't understand when they're dealing with a third party, that third party an exchange, and they're all dealing with exchanges because they're not buying whole people. They're just trying to flip their Bitcoin, play around with these altcoins, send their Bitcoin back out again. Well, then some of them just store the Bitcoin there or send their Bitcoin to another exchange. Bitcoin, probably these are people sending Bitcoin between two different exchanges. But again, they fall for it because they're not using it correctly. So, we as people who understand how this works, we gotta have sit down conversations with people, or we got to make educational programs and just explain that it's not slow, it's not expensive if you do it at the right time. But if you're dealing with exchanges, they can slow things down. They can make it expensive for you. Don't believe everything you hear from King of the Trolls type of people. That's what you got to say. And but King of the Trolls is successful. He appeals to people who do not fully understand what is going on. And so it's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. And that's why I don't say his name, but he is a very persuasive individual. And it's just something we're going to have to deal with. Here's again, Big Ching's Lo Cho Deanne says, I got some FUD stuck in my ear. Dude, clean out your ears. Use some Q-tips. After you take a shower, gently use some Q-tips. It gets rid of the wax and it'll probably get rid of the FUD also. All right. But yeah, don't, there's a lot of fun going on. Who cares? I mean, who cares? Again, so as I said earlier, for most people, then this show is going pretty long, isn't it? But this is classic Meister here. We got 122 live viewers. Pound the like button, people. But for most people, and you're up late on the East Coast, for me, I just can't wait to cook my food, dude. I can't wait to cook some food. And yeah, I've got some frogs there. I've eaten some frogs here, just like I ate some frogs in frog legs. They're delicious. Taste like chicken. Taste like chicken, man. You got when in Asia, taste some of their cuisine, some different cuisine. And so yeah, when I was in Hong Kong before is when I first had frog. When it rained on me in Hong Kong in July, like constantly, 8 times a day. But here in Taiwan, it drizzles and stuff a lot, and I'm enjoying my frog a lot more. I'm eating the frog. That was another side rant there, or side comment. All right, so yeah, as I said before, most people, and this is the typical of 80%ers, they just can't hold. They just can't do it. I don't fully grasp it. I mean, again, I understand what a savings account is. People have a lot to learn. They've got to have some discipline here. But because people just cannot hold, this is a crypto scammer's paradise. It just is. So many people are going to get ripped off. And Right now, I think the less people get ripped off because people are slowing down. You know, there's not as many new people coming in when the price is dropping. But this is all cyclical. Price is going to come up again. People are going to be flipping their ICOs, flipping their altcoins again. All the altcoin prices are going to go up again, and we'll just have a scammer's paradise because gamblers are going to gamble, and they're going to be able to be tricked. And again, I go back to education. People, educate yourselves. This place is filled with scammers. When I say this place, I mean the crypto ecosystem is filled with scammers, and there are so many marks out there. And we can see with the BitConnect how many people got tricked into it. It's just gonna happen again. And I was talking, and something that I noticed here, people love, you know, now all the cryptocurrencies are going down in price. Okay, they're all going down in price. But when they're all going down in price, you only hear about the Bitcoin price. The Bitcoin price has dropped from $10,000 to $9,000. You read. You don't hear that all the other ones, percentage-wise, have dropped more. It's worse in the altcoins. It's worse in the altcoins. But the mainstream media and the hype people out there, they don't care. They take the temperature of cryptocurrency by telling you the Bitcoin price, okay? But on the other side of things, now all the coins are going down. But when all the coins are going up, you hear about which one of these coins is going to be the next Bitcoin, okay? That's what you hear about. There's a new Bitcoin crowned every time. When everything's going up, do you hear about the up and coming new king of the cryptocurrency? So again, that's an example of why you gotta have a strong hand, people. You gotta be able to ignore all the crypto noise. Going down, you gotta be able to ignore that, hey, Bitcoin dropped $1,000. Going up, you gotta be able to ignore, oh, NEM went up $50,000. It's the next king of the trolls, or excuse me, king of the cryptocurrency. Yeah, I made that mistake on purpose. What else do we have here? Okay, thank you. Do I have time to even talk about this MoneroV crypto dividend? I'm gonna have to rush through this thing. Thank you. No, I am going to talk about it because when I tweeted out, I tweeted to the MoneroV people. Thank you to a follower of mine on Twitter who informed me about this in the first place, okay? I would not have found out about the MoneroV crypto dividend. Monero, there's some guys that are disappointed with Monero. They're disappointed with how Monero markets itself and some other aspects of it. And these are clearly English-speaking people. I linked to all, and so they're forming something called MoneroV. They're forking off from Monero and creating something called MoneroV. So for every Monero you own, you're going to get 10 MoneroV if this really happens on March the 7th. But right now, they've got a great Twitter out there. They've got MoneroV.org. They've got a PDF I linked to with a roadmap. I linked to every their Reddit I linked to. Okay, they're organized, and they clearly speak English again, which is really important because some of these people who've tried to do forks of Bitcoin don't speak English, all right? And it's just hard to understand what the heck they're talking about, and it doesn't help. It doesn't help spread. But I'm bringing up this, and so you're going to get 10 MoneroV for every one Monero. And I'm going to be actually, and so if it happens on March the 7th, I am going to be in South Africa then, which is odd because Fluffy Pony, the guy behind Monero, lives in South Africa. So maybe he'll be at the event, and maybe I'll be able to talk to Fluffy Pony but I don't think Fluffy Pony's a fan of this. He had a tweet out that just kind of blew this off. But, you know, this is not about Fluffy Pony. This is about a bunch of guys starting their own Monero. And they make comparisons between Monero and what they're trying to do. There's going to be a 256 million coin limit. And that takes into account, I believe there's already 15 million Monero out there. So they're gonna all of a sudden have 150 million MoneroV. They say that Monero can be infinitely produced. So they say there's going to be a cap on these MoneroV. I did not know that about Monero, or maybe I did and I just didn't care. Because again, I have Monero, but people have given me Monero over time. So this interests me. I'm going to get this MoneroV. They seem like I think there is going to be a pre-mine for this, and they're doing this to be able to fund the marketing and just fund the maintenance of this coin. And, you know, people said, "Oh, B Gold," they hated on B Gold for doing this, but hey, B Gold's around. So if they're being open and honest about it, again, it's linked to below. Again, this is intriguing to me also because many people out there keep their, well, first of all, they keep their Monero on an exchange. That's not going to be too good. They're not going to get their MoneroV that away, most likely. But if they keep their Monero at the MyMonero wallet, and be careful when you get the MyMonero online wallet because you don't want to get this like the scam version that's out there. But you have your recovery seed, your private key, whatever you want to call it. It's 16 words or whatever it is. And if these MoneroV people come up with an equivalent to that, you'll just enter your 16 words, your private key into there. But before you do that, you'll move all of your Monero to a new private key, to a new MyMonero wallet. So this is different than the Bitcoin situation where you've got to be really super careful with your private key. Already, if you're involved with Monero, the MyMonero wallet, you're not too careful with your private key, recovery seed, whatever you want to call it already. So it's intriguing. I went on a little bit of a rant there. But what else does the timetable say here? They're going to incorporate Mimblewimble in late 2019 to this MoneroV. And yeah, June 2018, they say they're going to have their web wallet out, which would be very, so I'm going to wait most likely till June 2018 to claim my MoneroV. All right, we've talked a lot about this. That's enough. MoneroV. Good luck to them. If they'll probably tweet out to me soon or something. Who knows? What else do we have here? Oh no. Oh yeah, in 2013, a lesson that I learned back in 2013. At the end of 2013, Bitcoin surged to $1,000 and then it crashed. Slowly at first, but well, not that slow. The point is, we all know what happened. It went down to $200 eventually. And there were so many people who were down. But throughout that, and I knew that we would be rewarded. I knew it would go back to 1,000. I knew that since it already had hit 1,000, that it was going to hit 1,000 again. It was going to hit 1,000 again. So I think of it this way, people. It already hit 20,000. It's going to come back to 20,000. It's going to come. Since we know it can hit 20,000, we know it can hit it again. That was the confidence I had back then. I saw it hit 1,000. I knew it would hit 1,000. I knew it was possible. I knew it was possible because I saw it actually happen. And so it's not just like saying, oh, it's going to hit 30,000. Sure, 30,000 is possible, but we haven't seen it happen yet. We haven't seen that happen yet. So sure, it's possible, but this is more than, it's more than possible because it already happened. So I thought, I'm thinking about 2013 and the 2013 $1,000 back then. So, there's a little bit of a confidence boost for you guys. It will return. I shall return. People in life love the promise of something returning. There, it will return. Okay, so that's it for the Bitcoin part of the show. But this is a life lesson and Bitcoin lesson part of the show right now. This is the end of the show. There's a guy out there, Human. He's a MGTOW. He makes great videos. And in a video that I linked to below, I think he calls it Stay Sober, the video. First of all, one thing that he points out is don't feel bad about being disciplined. Then you can apply that to all aspects of your life, people. People try to make you feel bad about being a disciplined person. Oh, why don't you just, snort some coke with me, dude? It's not that bad. And you're like, no, I don't do drugs. I want my mind to be, I want to be focused. I want to be as exact and efficient as possible. Oh, come on, man. You're a party pooper. So discipline, being a disciplined, strategic, smart person, it's frowned upon so much. Don't feel bad about being disciplined. It's the same thing with Bitcoin. Oh, come on, man, invest in some Neo or invest in this ludicrous thing. No, buy and hold Bitcoin. Be disciplined. By the way, I just remembered something about Monero. We're going to have to go back to that in a second. And then he says the general tone of the video is stay sober. So what he means by that is just don't be a 20%er. Don't be an 80%er and be impulsive and try to get high off of just ridiculous impulsive things. Have a logical, clear mind. Stay sober. Stay sober. And I'm not talking about drugs or just say mentally sober. If you watch this video, you'll get the point. Don't let a woman trick you at first, because you do get this feeling of euphoria. Oh, she talked to me. That you're gonna lose your Bitcoin that way. You're gonna lose your life that way. Stay sober. Don't value your wealth based on what someone else, the euphoria somebody else tries to jab you with. Okay, so back to Monero real quick. So if people do hear about this MoneroV, and it does really appear that it's going to happen, people might start buying Monero, and it might boost up the price. Just as we saw with Bitcoin. When B gold was coming, people started buying up Bitcoin so they get their free B gold. People might start buying up Monero so they get their free MoneroV. I should have said that earlier. Some of you have probably tuned out by now until we missed that. Pound that like button. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister. This is Rob Meister. Remember, subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Do check out the notes section below. Double strong hand, people. Look at the rip in this cheap shirt that I keep wearing over and over again. Yeah, man. I don't buy new clothes. People give me t-shirts. Strong hand. Bye-bye.